All right, this is Claire House number 2. We are probably a block or less from Claire House number 1, and we are less than a block away from Claire Parker Foundation, which is quite nice. And as you can see here, we've taken on another fun project. So let's take a look. We're at walkthrough day. We've not gotten to gut day. Luckily for us, a lot of this house has been done as far as the gutting goes. But we still have a lot of cleanup and everything. I mean, initially when we're looking at this house, we're already thinking of how are we going to center stuff? How are we going to preserve a lot of the natural architecture, original architecture of the house and different things like that. So we're going in. Original thoughts on this house, which are very much subject to change, is that we are going to put a drop beam in here to where we have our load-bearing wall, and we're going to tie that in, and we're going to make this one big open space. So you're probably going to have your living room here, and we're probably going to have our kitchen here. We don't know exactly what we're going to do with the kitchen yet. Connie and I have already been fighting about it pretty extensively as usual, and we're going to look at probably knocking out a hole here, pouring out into a deck. And we'll put our kitchen and kitchen. It'll be an eat-in kitchen type scenario here with what that looks like. And so then we'll have a big open living room right here. This house is actually smaller than the last Claire house, which is I didn't think was possible. It's right at 700 square feet, but we're going to maximize all of this. Right here, we'll close this back in. Might even push it back a little bit as far as the bedroom goes. What we're going to probably do is we're probably going to take the bath and center the bath between the two bedrooms so that we have a little bit more function with that. And so we'll have a master on one side and a master on the other. One of the big things we had an issue with last time was storage with the last Claire house. Just the way that it was built and the way the hallways and things, we didn't have a lot of really room to play around with that. We did the best we could. With this house, originally the bathroom, as you come in here, it's getting kind of creepy and spooky already. The bathroom, it's in the back of the house. It's not really great. So what we'll do is we're going to take all this out. We're just going to rip all this out, and we're going to rip all the whole back end of the house. We'll take that down to studs, and we're going to make that closet space. So you have your closet space for one bedroom and closet space for the other. One of the bedrooms is probably going to have a hot water heater in it as well, just like our last Claire house. And then one good thing that we're seeing already is that we have already some access for the attic and going up, which is great. We're just going to figure out how to frame all this in, but it's really good. The house is very structurally sound. As you can see here, this is something that's really rare, but this house is all the windows are set with 4x4 posts, which is just nuts. I mean, that's crazy. So that's all the windows. So you can see the house was built well in regards to that, and it's got some good framing and stuff. But we're going to come in on our day, with gut day, and we're taking everything out, and we're just going to go from scratch with our guys. And once that happens, we will start moving and seeing what we're going to do here. So we're looking forward to it. We're already getting some design concepts. Let's go outside for a second here. This porch is awesome. It's got a real nice feel to it. It's very open. So one of the issues that we're having already is the size of the yard. But there's always issues. There's no such thing as issues. It's only solutions. So we're going to go ahead and put a fence in here. We're going to cut down all the trees off the back of the property because it's pretty creepy back there anyways. And we're going to clean up all that. And so there's not going to be any access in the back of the property except for a mower. And then we're going to really utilize the side yard. When you're living in town like this, a yard is great, but you have the benefit of having sidewalks to be able to walk wherever you want. So we just want to make a great outdoor space for them. So again, we're going to throw a door in somewhere here, pour out onto a deck. And that way we can put the drive, pulling it in as well. And we'll utilize that as a nice green space in the back. So we're really excited. Claire house number 2. coming to the market sooner rather than later. What are we looking at here? Well, we've already talked to a lot of our people that were on the last job, and summertime is obviously not the best time to be starting a house when it comes to construction because everybody's busy, but we're going to need some other people to jump on board here. When we have our gut day, it doesn't look like there's a lot, but trust me, there's still going to be a lot of gutting that's going to have to happen. When we have our gut day, we're going to need skilled tradesmen on the job. So it doesn't mean that you have to be a tradesman all day, every day, but it does mean that you need to know what you're doing. So we're going to need some people to come out here, sawzalls, knocking stuff out, pulling all this debris. We need to have a clean slate completely to move into the cleaning and situations with that. So definitely want to get a good plan of action here. We're going to have to call Jake up here, get him to kind of check out what we're going to do, and so maybe we can have multiple teams working. But we're going to need some people to help us out on this. So we'll be giving more information about that and what it looks like.